Hello there, have you ever wanted to be able to predict questions on a test and amaze your friends, with this great skill introduced by Mr. Von Voltaire's video and the slides he has put in? You will have a huge advantage when preparing for and taking tests. Let's do this in the context of a history test.
Howdy! Welcome to the Old West. I knew it, you'd have questions. Well, when you first start studying, think like your teacher. Think about questions like who, what, why, where, when, and how. These questions are called W5H, and they'll help you every time. This is a level 1 question. Compare and contrast. Well, it is a little bit confusing. Compare means to find the same things. Contrast means to look at different things. And if they meet in the middle, in what's called a Venn diagram, two circles merge together, then they are the same. When you're studying for this, to try to predict a compare and contrast, take a look at things that are kind of related and also a little bit different. Then you can predict a compare and contrast question.
Hi there. Let's talk about questions where you need to discuss. What are discussion questions? Well, they require you to have knowledge about a subject and to be able to break it down into subcategories which generate points and offer your opinion or conclusions. What do they look like? These questions will raise a topic or theme that is frequently discussed in class and provide subcategories for you to write about. Sometimes you have to provide these subcategories yourself. What's the mark value in the strategy? Well, time to organize. Before beginning, create a T-chart. Write the heading of the T-chart on top and create subheadings for the different categories. Let's look at the mark value. These questions often tend to have an odd mark value, so provide 4 points for each subcategory and 1 point for your opinion if the question should be out of 9. Remember, opinion statements should never begin with I think, but rather thus, hence, therefore, or in conclusion. Having knowledge about a subject and being able to describe a situation or conflict as if you were actually there. This requires knowledge, understanding, thinking, and some application. What does this look like? These questions are generally focused on an event of great significance and require an answer to be very descriptive, detailing the W5H of the event, but with added and multiple descriptive points of view. What's the mark strategy? Time to organize. Think about what is being asked of you to describe. Write down 3 stakeholders, people, groups with different points of view. Write some brief points as how they related to the big event or the question. Divide the overall mark by the number of stakeholders you will describe.
This is analyze and evaluate, see? Yeah, so you want to analyze and you want to evaluate, all right? Well, when you do this and you're predicting things, you need to ask yourself and structure your answer with 3 questions. Ready? Here goes. What went well? What could have gone better? And what was the overall impact? What happened in the end, see? There. If you can do that, you can predict and analyze and evaluate questions, see? Oh, hello. These are the apply questions. The next slide or next video with one of my fellow characters will be create. Apply sort of sets you down that road. Our questions for apply, they begin with what might have happened. What might have occurred? You take your knowledge on the one hand, and you take it a step further. These are apply questions, because you are applying your knowledge. See the slide for some techniques on how to achieve this. The last automation will show you create, which takes this all to a few steps further. This has been Apply. You come seeking help with a create question. Well, a create question is a question that asks you to take all of the information that you have learned and know and then apply it to some next steps. Much like your report cards will say the next step in your progress will be, so does a create question. It asks you to take the next step. The next step is something out of creativity, but it must be possible. And it answers the question, what if? Have a look at the next slide to see all the details of how to create a create question. Hey folks, it's Joseph here from Mr. Von Volte's books, The Tale of the Giant Pigeon and Further Tales of Mystery. Thanks for watching this session on how to predict study questions and all about putting study questions together. Hope you had a good time. For more information, please see the other videos in this section. Give us a like and subscribe.